Fox Media Group station.
ESPN Radio Sports Center.
I'm John Ryder. The Cardinals get a power bat in a trade with the Diamondbacks. St. Louis acquires first baseman Paul Goldschmidt from Arizona for righty Luke Weaver, catcher Carson Kelly, a minor leaguer and a draft pick. Goldschmidt is a six-time All-Star and three-time Gold Glover, slugged 33 homers last season. NFL and tough news for the Broncos. Their leading receiver, Emmanuel Sanders, will miss the rest of the season after tearing his Achilles at today's practice. Denver's claimed receiver Andre Holmes off waivers from Buffalo. Giants leading tackler and safety Landon Collins will miss the rest of the season with a shoulder injury. And Steelers running back Jalen Samuels tells ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that he will start on Sunday at Oakland with James Conner out with a sprained ankle. It's an NBA doubleheader about to begin on ESPN TV and the app. Starts with two of the best in the East, 76ers against the Raptors in Toronto. Then it's the Spurs facing the Lakers in L.A. And ESPN NBA analyst Chine Agwumike on Golic and Wingo says that the Lakers are not ready to challenge for the title this season.
At the end of the day, I think the Lakers are built for the long term, not the short term. Everyone wants to put pressure on them to win now. And when you have LeBron James, that is a real possibility. But I think we've also realized that LeBron James is not enough in the modern NBA. So it's more so a long-term push. Who's going to beat the Warriors? You need a team with 4 superstars, 4 all-stars.
And on the NBA scoreboard right now, the Warriors lead the Cavs 53-45 in the second quarter. Steph Curry with 20 points. Nuggets going for a 7th straight win, tied with the Magic at 54 late second quarter in Orlando.
The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, number 7 Michigan, number 10 Florida. Coverage begins Saturday, December 29th, 11:30 Eastern on ESPN Radio and on ESPN.
Austin 316 says I just whipped your...
Give me a hell yeah!
Hard-hitting.
What?
Compelling interviews.
What?
Spot-on predictions.
What?
Statistical analysis.
What? Huh? What?
Okay, so they're none of that. But definitely laying the audio smackdown. It's Wrestling Wednesday on the Kevin Sutton Show.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah!
It is that time!
It
yes! Yes! I miss my man. I miss him. This is the Kevin Sutton Show. Oh, yeah. And we are here is Wrestling Wednesday. Dr. Phil and I are just holding the mics down until Kevin gets back.
There's new coffee. That's why.
There is. And I never, ever, ever drink coffee. But
I only drink coffee here.
Good.
Yeah,
it's good.
If Miss Mo is here, congratulations to her. She made some good ones.
Yeah, and we want to remind listeners the Kevin Sutton Show is proudly sponsored by Cruz and Pescara, PA, your personal injury attorneys. If you've been in a slip and fall, car accident, Cruz and Pescara, a full-service law firm.
Hey,
give
even
them a call.
DUIs.
407-841-0200. If you give them the passcode, you get the VIP treatment. But let me just tell you, I have to give a testimonial to Cruz and Pescara.
Uh-oh.
Somebody very dear and near to me who worked very hard on my campaign was in a very severe accident on I-4. And Cruz and Pescara talked to her, took on her case on a Sunday night, got her into a doctor on Monday.
Wow.
And she is being cared for. And they came out to her because she was in so much pain. It was a very, very dangerous car accident on I-4.
Wow.
You know, airbags and everything.
Wow.
So I want to thank the team, Mike, Brian, you know, all of them, like checking up and making sure.
That's awesome.
That's the quality care of Cruz and Pescara. We're always so proud to talk about them. Yes. You got this, man.
Yes, most definitely. And then I have a question for them, but I didn't want to bother them. I have an individual that has been in an accident on the Lynx bus. Not an accident with Lynx. He rides the Lynx.
Okay.
And he's been in an accident on there. One was kind of fraudulent.
Okay.
The bus hit a car, and
he flew out the window.
The first time, the bus driver slammed on the brakes because somebody ran across the street.
Okay.
They didn't hit the person, but the bus kind of like,
yeah.
And he basically kind of crackhead fell down the aisle and rolled. Like, I can't move.
And it's funny because the sound behind it was.
No, what's crazy is, they have video on the bus, right?
Yeah. He's suing Link.
He sued Links, right?
Uh-huh.
Or submitted a lawsuit.
Uh-huh.
And they resubmitted the video footage.
Yeah. I was like, nah, dude.
Nah.
Because the problem was he fell to the ground like 5 minutes after the.
It was a delayed hit.
Oh, the centrifugal force made me fall.
So
it was an adventure.
This is the funny part. Mind you, fast forward 4 months.
Okay.
And a Lynx driver is driving a bus, and a person cut the bus off, and he hit the car. Like, actually hit, really bad accident. Not just like 1 or 2 people got hurt. Like 8 people on the bus
and he
really got
hurt,
injured.
Filed a lawsuit, and they responded back with the original video from the previous forum.
That's not what happened. He went in the ambulance like everyone else.
That would have
Can we talk about this the whole show?
He did get injured, and he broke his finger. Like, it literally snapped his finger, and he's like, look, my finger's broke, and like he's like, and my back hurts too. I'm like, okay, does your back really hurt?
Yeah.
Or your finger really broke? He's like, it is really broke. Give me the number to the damn people. I'm like, no. I just don't want to be calling them for nothing.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, man, I promise you this time I'm really hurt. I'm like, you know what they say? The little crackhead that always calls wolf. So I wonder how that worked if you already have a pre-existing lawsuit that got found out that you're fraudulent, and then now you're actually really hurt.
That'd be a good question.
And suing the same exact person.
That'd be a good question.
So before my mind slips it, because I gave him the number, I'm wondering what's going to happen.
Yes, because I'm waiting for my intro. Today's Wednesday. I haven't heard this in such a long time.
My bad.
Mayra's here.
Did you do Phil?
I don't need
Oh,
one.
you guys did nothing? Just talk about coffee?
I don't need one.
What the?
No,
Come
you
on,
gotta
man.
do Phil. Do Phil. Come on.
Oh,
Phil.
my
Come
goodness.
on.
Well,
Good.
today in the studios is my man, Dr. Phil. You guys are slipping. You're like, I got it.
Today, it's Wednesday, baby.
Stand for coffee.
And my words of wisdom for you all: don't sue the same person twice.
Nah, don't do that.
They have the video.
That'd be funny to Mayra if that happened, where they sent the original video back to him.
And then I got my girl Mayra with the ladies' point of view.
Y'all having a good time out there.
And his name is John Cena.
So you know what I'm going to do now for you, Mayra, right? I'm going to take that,
Not with the
keep it
honorable
with the
stuff.
John Cena, and then add Hail to the Chief.
Well, guys,
So you'll have 3 different ones.
it is official. Yesterday, I held my left hand on the Bible, and I took my oath ceremony. It was an amazing moment in my life.
Congratulations.
It was so awesome. There were over 1,400 people in the audience, and it was great. It was so... I never expected to get emotional.
I'm getting friend requests from people who voted for you.
Oh.
Like, I'm getting friend requests. Like, I'm feeling it. Like, wow.
Oh, you're getting the fans from fans.
Oh, no. Did you tell her?
This should have played like when she walked on the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage is Mayra Mercedes. Bring those dollars out. District 3, where you at? 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 Yeah. Oh, sorry, that's a Bible and a priest. Oops. That would have been great, though.
No,
we needed Nick there to MC
That
the
was
event.
great, Nick.
No.
I had no idea that's where you were going, but I'm glad we're all on the same page.
No.
That was not worked out in advance whatsoever.
I got to tell you, though, it was so awesome. Yes, I got to have my childhood priest swear me in, do my oath ceremony for me.
That
Faith held the
your
Bible.
son is named after.
That my son is named after. Lincoln was there. I'm like Lynx. And Kevin and my in-laws, and it was just amazing. And 1,400 people, and I gave a speech. I went against the norm, and I made it very personal. But then I like teared up and almost cried, and then people were crying, and it's like you got to see it.
Well, Mayra, you know what you have to do now, right?
Huh?
You know how I have my daily words of wisdom on the show?
Yes.
Well, now, since you were the Orange County Commissioner, every day when you do your intro, you got to have a daily proclamation.
Oh, jeez. Those are too long. I don't want to read proclamations. Did you remember? And then, so check this out. So it was pretty amazing. So we had our swearing in ceremony. It was really great. All 4 of us were sworn in, and then the mayor.
Yeah.
And then afterwards,
Okay.
this must be the feeling like when you're a rock star. Okay. Like as soon as we're done,
you got groupies
like
now?
People swarm the stage, right?
It's really strange, bro.
It was. Tell Kevin, right?
It
was really strange.
Really, really strange to see political groupies. Oh well, Clinton did get some.
But no, but check this out. So people come to the stage. This lady jumps on the stage, right? Yeah, to take a picture with me, and the police are like, "You can't do that, ma'am."
She's like, huh? What? I'm just trying to get a picture.
I'm like, you're already up here. Let's do this picture.
She's like, this is Mayra's Orange County.
So they're like, they're trying to pull me to go backstage.
Pretty much.
No, but Kevin stood there.
I'm gonna say there's a moment that my mind goes into. Is this how she feels when like we do events that everybody knows me? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I guess that.
Oh, this is a great humble brag.
No, I'm just saying. I'm like
really
saying,
brag, right?
I'm not
That's
humble bragging. I'm just saying, like,
he's like, I'm famous too, man.
Yeah.
When I do a wakeboarding event and like everyone knows me, and then I'm there, and it's like Mayra's there as well. And she's like, oh, I'm part of the crew too, and I'm like, hey, here's Mayra, and then there's a few people that know her, but it's not exactly the same because there's more people that know me in that industry. So like when Mayra was doing her thing, I've never seen her to the point. I've always gone to like business meetings where people know Mayra and like, hey Mayra, how's it going? I need help with this, or hey, you fundraising this nonsense, could you help out? That's different than people saying, can I get a picture with you? And like a roll of like 20 school kids are like, we're here on our school project. We've been following your whole election.
That's awesome.
I know.
And like
they said
these young kids like literally came to see her. And I'm like, what in the world? And like they took pictures, adults were taking pictures, old people saying like, you don't remember me from back in like the last time you ran? Some goofy guy with like glasses really thick, bro.
I never gotta go commercial. There was this lady, she's like, you knocked on my door and I voted for you and I wanted to be here today to see you do this. Wow. And I was like,
yeah.
Wow. Well, Kevin, you missed the intro. I actually said this is Wrestling Wednesday on the Mayra Uribe show.
That works. That works.
And by the way, I plugged the show. I plugged the show in my speech.
Yeah. She didn't do the website though.
I mean, who doesn't know how to use Google?
Hey, ESPN, all of that. I plugged it. It was in my speech.
Well, guys, before we go to break, it's Wrestling Wednesday. I got Court Bauer calling in for the next couple segments because we got some issues I want to ask him.
But there's some things that happen. People have died.
Well, Dynamite Kid, he was in a wheelchair. And it was
Jeez.
It's not a surprise.
Jeez.
Stay tuned.
You ever get that feeling? That creepy feeling that somebody's watching you? That somebody's been licking your windows? Well, it's probably Kevin Sutton. You're listening to The Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
Alrighty then. And before we go anywhere, I got to say, not if you in the slip and fall calls Cruz and Pescara, I got to say welcome to the studios as well to my man Nick, always holding it down. What's going on, dog?
Come on, Nick.
Not much. I gotta do the whole thing.
I mean, it's like okay. All right. At first I was like, he ain't got you, but now I'm like, my boy Nick, what's going on, dog?
Not much.
Did you ever listen to the new Kamikaze yet?
I have not listened to it.
Oh my God.
I like what I like, man. I like what I like. Yeah.
Don't mess with it though.
Hey, Nick, thanks for the like, man.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it.
He was
Nick.
almost proud for a moment.
I was.
He was
Actually,
like,
I saw the photo today and was so disappointed in myself that I missed it because I totally forgot. I wanted to be there.
He's like, I totally forgot.
I'm
sure you were working.
Who catered?
I was definitely here.
Who catered?
Hey, but I did plug the station though, for real.
That's awesome.
So
that is appreciated.
I'm surprised. I really should have done better with plugging our show.
I think it would have been one of those awkward moments, like, oh, really? She's still trying to plug that show? Like, you don't want to do it like that.
Well, speaking of plugging our show, It's Wrestling Wednesday.
Oh, I thought you were going to something that's listed on porn.
No. It's Wrestling Wednesday, folks. It's been a little while since we've done this. And normally from time to time, we have to bring in an expert. And what I mean by expert, this person is a former WWE writer. He runs and
Is it like presidential that you're always like the president? Like, I don't think it should be like former WWE writer. It's just like a WWE writer.
Sure.
There's stories that he has written
like
that
me.
are still out there.
Listen, like I'll forever be the honorable, even if it's over tomorrow.
Let's no longer do that.
Okay, let me rewind.
Yeah,
all right.
okay.
WWE writer, CEO, founder of MLW.
Well,
MLW, which is taking off. It's Fridays on BeIn Sports, 8 o'clock. Great show. I got Court Bauer on the line. Court, are you there?
Hey, guys. What's going on?
What's up, man? What's up, dog?
Hey, not much, guys. How's it going down in sunny Orlando?
It's going great. You haven't heard?
It's
Court?
sunny, but
I'm
it's
a new
cold.
Commissioner.
I heard. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's very cool. We finally have some respect around here, huh?
Man, she's knocking down doors like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Listen, Court, you want to hear something so great? So we get, as commissioners, we get tickets to everything that happens at the Amway, and guess who's going to Raw?
January
Phil and
7th.
I.
There you go.
Yep, we're already RSVP'd.
Wow.
Very nice. Very nice. Hey, it's the southern mecca of pro wrestling.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Court, so before we get into the meat and potatoes of what I really need you on the line for, let's talk about MLW.
Sure.
Okay, so you guys are you guys taping a live show tomorrow?
Next Friday in Miami, live special, 8 p.m. Eastern on BeIn Sports, coast to coast, nationwide, also in Canada and Puerto Rico. So making history after just starting this thing 13 months ago.
Man, you guys are literally taking over, and MLW is so exciting to watch, and it's such a great thing to see after watching Raw and SmackDown, especially how terrible Raw is. It's definitely refreshing to see actual fun wrestling on television.
Yeah, no, it's a little bit of everything. Got a little bit of that ECW flavor, the territories, some lucha, and just a blend of everything. So it's made it a little bit different than everything else. Plus, 60 minutes. It's not a big ask for fans looking for a quick, fast, and furious Friday night.
Yes, and I absolutely love it, man. And
thank you.
So, Corp, also before we get into the writing aspect of the WWE. Question though, you've heard about what's going on with the contracts in WWE, especially with their NXT UK people. How now they're now keeping them from going to other indie promotions, right?
So are they doing that? Is it like a clause in their contract?
Yes,
now?
It'll be a new clause in their contract. So my question for you, Court, how's MLW going to be able to, I guess, keep their talent when everybody's kind of going to be held down? Are you guys going to have exclusive contracts now for your talent, or how's that going to work?
We have contracts for all of our guys are under contracts by design. 75% of our roster is under contract because we have to know where we're going, and if we're investing in them and we're committing in them, put them on national TV. It's a two-way street. We want to promote them, get their name out there, and do all this, but we also have to know we can't be disrupted. But we have 25% of our roster that we allow to be kind of free agents for flexibility to keep fresh matches, and guys got to take losses. So it doesn't really disrupt us. I think it's good for wrestling to have competition. If something like this disrupts it, I think it could be catastrophic because you have this independent revival happening. It's kind of like a new era territory system, and especially in England, that it's been dead for decades.
Yeah,
and so it's a very fragile ecosystem. So if WWE goes in there and they're patting all these promoters, who most promoters today are kind of like fanboys. They grew up, they love wrestling, but they're looking at WWE like Walt Disney's patting them on the back and they're going to Disney World. Instead of seeing what's about to happen after that first or second pat, they're getting stabbed in the back.
Exactly, which is crazy because I feel that Triple H has kind of revealed his evil mad scientist genius now. He wants to infiltrate all of the indies and then eventually try to shut them down for NXT globalization, right?
Yeah, and listen, virtually every promoter, you see the photo, the selfie with Hunter, and they love kissing the rings. I don't kiss the rings, but that's the exceptions rule. Most promoters love it. I was in wrestling when I was 18, 19 years old. I worked for WWE in my early to mid 20s, And so I've been around the block, so it's a different engagement for me. I sent them 2 cease and desist this year alone for tampering with talent.
No way. No way.
Are you able to disclose about what or no?
They just felt that they could go after talent even though they're under contracts, and we told them there's this little thing called the legal system, and we will hold you accountable. So,
Cord, I mean, these are your former colleagues. I mean, how is it just business? It's like, hey, it's not personal. You guys are messing with what I've got going on.
Yeah, I mean, I've been very public about my position on WWE on and off through the years, but I've also had meetings with them when I was with Lucha Underground at one point, 2015. So, and it was very amicable with Hunter in the room. So it's just business. I think they see it that way, but they're very aggressive and predatorial. And the thing is, I think their game works on a lot of wrestlers that grew up on WWE, and they can get them at a lower price. A lot of creative team members just love to be a part of the process. They lose leverage when they say they're fanboys.
I like how you mentioned the
WWE
game.
exploits it.
That makes sense.
Now,
that makes a lot of sense.
Now, speaking of like cease and desist, how did the whole War Games trademark? How are they able to use that trademark when you have it?
My position is I trademarked it and have the IP so I can use it without being disrupted. If Cody Rhodes wants to use it tomorrow, if WWE wants to use it, that's no problem. I just basically got the trademark to protect myself and be able to use it. I used it in 2003, and when we did some research, we found that dating back to even the Turner era and predating the Turner era, the Jim Crockett Promotions era, no one had ever trademarked it.
Wow.
So I scrambled to trademark that a few years ago, and it just protects me from all this silliness.
And then at the same time, something great like that does link back into you. So it's not just like, hey, I'm going to be a doofus about it. Like you're going to win out of that. That's a kind of a win-win situation, and you can't get in trouble. I like the way you think right there, my friend.
You got to be a step ahead, and that was one of those things we had actually predated WWE's use by a decade. Terry Funk was in our first one. In fact, Dusty Rhodes called me agitated that I didn't book him for War Games, and I had that on my voicemail. I created that thing, baby. What do you think you're doing?
Oh, man.
He was right.
Wow. And Court, so we did mention how NXT is trying to do their whole globalization of the indies, but with that said, there's so many new promotions coming up. I mean, you guys are back in business. There's rumors that Cody Rhodes and the Elite, they're starting All Elite Wrestling, and you got Neville going to Dragon's Gate. Like, how do you feel about all these indie promotions? Do you feel that it's a good thing, or do you feel that it's too much?
I think the fans kind of decide that. How big is their appetite? Networks, streaming platforms decide how much money they're going to inject into these non-WWE properties. And at the end of the day, I think it's good. The fans win. They get variety. The talent wins. They get more places to work. The promoters win. They have more talent to work with. If I lose a guy, it's an open spot, and vice versa. If another guy goes free agent, I might negotiate with him and bring him in. I've missed this. This is exciting when guys jump and they sign every other week. That's what the 90s were about. And it was like you would go to bed, wake up, a lot of stuff has changed.
Yeah.
It slowed down through the 2000s. Now business is picking up.
Yeah. Hey, Court, you don't mind sticking around, right?
Let's do it.
Okay, so when we come back, I do want to ask you about some of your days in WWE when you were writing, because
Sure.
The past few weeks a lot has happened, especially with Becky Lynch and all that stuff. So I kind of want your opinion on that. So is that cool?
You got it.
All right,
my boy right there. That's my boy right there.
We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Brian Cruz of Cruz and Pesquero. If you're in an automobile accident and you're injured, listen up. First, go to the hospital. Next, call your lawyer. Why? Because you need advice. Call Cruz and Pesquero, your I-4 lawyer. 407-841-0200. 407-841-0200. Cruz and Pesquero, your I-4 lawyer.
Giving you everything you could ever ask for in a radio show. You're listening to The Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN 580 Orlando.
never gonna give you it. Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around and desert you. This is an amazing song.
This song haunts me.
Please desert me, Kevin. Cheesecake.
This
You're
song
an idiot.
haunts me. Speaking of cheesecake, we went on the Disney cruise.
Yeah.
And they had the worst cheesecake.
What?
Oh, it tastes like dirt.
Oh, man. Commissioner Daily Proclamation. New cheesecake for Disney.
I don't know. I don't think it's that it's dirt. I think it's when you're making it for the masses. Because I've had cheesecake at Disney and lost my mind. So
They had a creme brulee.
you know when a cheesecake is
for.
like $8 and it's a slice about the size of 3 fingers. Like, bruh.
Yeah.
You take ATM?
Right.
Where the ATM at? So we got the man on the line.
Yeah, we're back.
Court Bauer.
Court Bauer
in the building.
Court, you like cheesecake?
Not really. Not cheesecake guy.
Okay, hang up.
What's your go-to
We don't need him anymore.
I'm more of a pie guy.
Oh, okay. What pie? Please say American pie.
Sweet potato pie, apple pie. What is American
Cherry,
pie?
apple,
Cherry,
pecan.
Pecan.
You said cherry pie.
I like cherry pie.
Blueberry.
Especially that song from Whitesnake.
Yeah. Like, I can't do cherry pie.
I'm a cake person myself.
Cherry pie is strange because it's like it tastes great at the beginning, then
Great
it's like
stripper song.
there's too many cherries in it. Like,
All right,
you know
all
what I mean?
right.
Like
Quick question,
This
quick
is very
question.
important.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
And
Court-
that's why strawberry
I'm sorry.
pie is delicious.
I've never had strawberry pie. Okay, are you cake or ice cream?
Me?
Both.
No, you got to pick one.
I'm pie. I mean ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Ice cream all day, man.
No, man, cake.
Ice cream on my
Thank
cake.
goodness you didn't hang up
What
on
about
me.
ice cream cake?
Nick, where's Nick? Did Nick tune out?
Cake
Is
or ice
Wrestling
cream,
Wednesday-
Nick? He's figuring
Ice
it out.
cream. Cake's awful.
What?
Yeah,
You guys
cake
are
is all.
nuts.
Here's the thing. Okay, cake's terrible. People don't realize it. Cake is terrible. It's really
Good cake is good cake.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, but like it doesn't ever beat ice cream. Like cake on its best day does not beat ice cream or good pie.
No, you guys are
I
horrible.
agree.
No, it's just
All right, Court Bauer, founder, MLW, CEO, writer, WWE. Let's get into what's recently been going on.
You left
with
out pie lover.
the-
Lover of pie.
Oh, pie lover. With the WWE and
Cherry
this
pie.
whole issue that happened last month with Becky Lynch, Ronda Rousey, Nia Jax. So we all know what happened, the one punch that changed Survivor Series, where she ended up getting her face broken from Nia Jax. As a writer,
Then Rousey got beat up a little bit too.
as a writer, when you guys have your stuff locked in and something catastrophic happens, let's say, with Roman Reigns, what do you guys do in the writer's room? How do you guys scramble, and what kind of turnaround time are you guys expected to be able to change all the storylines?
There are the writers that are just kind of like shut down because it's just so overwhelming to think that everything they've been working on just blows up overnight. And then there's those that look at it like, listen, this is just what we need to shake things up. Go with the hot hand if you have a situation like this, and see where it takes you. And I think it was a big bang for Becky Lynch. I mean, she just sold out her WrestleMania Access appearance in 90 seconds, or maybe it was the Royal Rumble. That something just sold out in 90 seconds. I can't think about a year or two ago. I can't imagine that happening. It's not a knock against her. Just this is such a momentous time in her career. It's been amazing, and the fans kind of went with it really fast, really hard this fall.
Yeah, absolutely, and she's turning into quite the attraction for WWE. But like, so we know what happened with Nia Jax, and you see that she's getting a big push because of it.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you I'm asking the same question, but I need two different points of view. I need one as a writer for WWE, and then your other point of view as a promoter. When you have someone who hurts another athlete, another competitor, whether it be intentional or not, how do you feel about them ending up getting a push? So now it seems like you hurt somebody, you get rewarded for it.
It is full contact football on concrete. It's predetermined, but it's very physical. So things are going to happen like that. I mean, look at the old Vader versus Hansen match from Japan. The guy's eye popped out, and they made a ton of money in the aftermath of that. But if guys or women are being reckless and they're not even apologetic, and I had a guy in my locker room like that, and he gave 2 guys concussions. He's no longer in my locker room because you have to hold them accountable. And there's a reckless nature to a person, then so be it. You don't want that in your system. If it's something that's just a freak thing, and it happens. I think it's happened to the best.
I got you. So, where do you see Becky Lynch? Where do you see her let's say her road to WrestleMania? Because she's currently the champion. Do you have her drop it at TLC?
Well, she's going to be in the first ever TLC match, which is really interesting. For a woman, you can do a lot of different things. I'd like at this point to keep your champions pure going into that WrestleMania season. I really wouldn't swap the title unless there's a compelling reason for it. I've heard different versions of what Mania could be. It could be a triple threat with Ronda, Charlotte, and Becky. Who knows? But I think they have some really interesting options now that Becky's kind of been awakened here. So it's exciting to see where they go in 2019 with it.
Now, do you see Becky, Ronda, Charlotte, any combination of those headlining WrestleMania? Do you see a women's match actually closing out the show next year at WrestleMania?
I think you have the ingredients for it to happen. I think it happening in New York would send in a very powerful message, and they could make history. And one thing I can tell you is Vince McMahon loves first-time evers.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So that would be like Christmas at WrestleMania for him to have a big first-time ever. And Ronda transcends, and I think that you can use it to really boost everything by having her in the first main event of a women's main event for WrestleMania. Will they do it? I don't know. The other side is, what's the really compelling match you can tell me from the men's locker room
I don't have
that you
one.
really want to see close out the show? I don't have one either.
I don't have one.
I say let the girls have their time. Let them close out the show.
I think this will be a great moment, not just in history, but a great moment in wrestling history if they allow that to be. Because the political wave of women that have taken over, I think there's you got to look at it. The audience demographic of WWE, I think, is largely a huge percent of women. Or if it's not women that are individual lovers of it, they have children that are lovers of it. Mm-hmm. So then they are the ones that dictate. This is the reason why, hold on, you can disagree, but just hold a second. This is the same reason why when wrestling started going too grungy, it instantly fell out. Do you think guys give a crap about that? I don't think so. Guys want more nudity. They want more nudity and blood. So when you add those 4 together, I don't think guys were mad about it. But I think the women were the ones that are upset. Ratings drop like crazy. Next thing you know, they go back to not doing it so crazy. So I think right now we might be at that point that they could turn around and do a great women's event, but have guys a part of it, but have a great women's finale for this event. Because right now I'm not excited about anybody.
Mayra, you said you disagree?
I disagree.
Yeah, she disagrees.
You know
she
what?
just wants to see John Cena's butt naked.
No, I'm not.
She wants to see his
that.
Cena.
Actually,
that's
the
not cool.
moment that I will respect that this arena has respect for women is when they stop going to that country where they
Saudi
want
Arabia.
When they stop Saudi Arabia, that'll mean everything to me.
Did you hear the amount of money that they make over there?
I don't care. You want to talk about a women's
They make
movement?
like 600 deserts.
I'm sorry. They could give us 10 pay-per-views in a row. But the fact that they'll go over there and not allow the women to get the respect that they deserve. Court, I would love to see your opinion on this. To me, that's humiliating. It's like, hey, here's $10. Shut up and go away. To me, it's a payoff.
I'll take that. Shut up.
I mean, I will tell you this: there's a nature to promoters where they can say one thing and the next day they're chasing a dollar and saying another thing. And with this is a major deal for WWE to the point where Vince McMahon, who's north of 70, flew out there to close the deal. So he really finds this business with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia to be so meaningful that he's going to go against a very political climate right now, considering what's going on over there. And then you look at the women's issue over there, and he's just going to look at his bank account and put his headphones on and ignore the noise.
That's why I can't respect the women's movement when he does that, because I think it's a spit in the face. You say one thing, but your actions speak louder.
Well,
it's Wrestling Wednesday.
Court, hey, man, I really appreciate you calling in. It's always a pleasure having you in, especially hearing your input and your point of view on things. Whenever you're back in Orlando, man, please come to the studio, man.
100%. I'll let you guys know when I'm coming through
Only
again
with
for
some
sure.
cake. Don't show up
Cake,
without cake.
pie, ice cream, you name it.
All three.
All right,
You'll satisfy everyone.
So Friday, 8:00, BeIn Sports MLW TV, man. Watch it. Fusion. It's the best.
Love this
Thank
guy.
you, guys.
Appreciate it, brother.
Wow. Hey, let's talk about football when we come back.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
You know, my Eagles.
Yeah.
Eagles.
Your
Eagles.
Did you say your
Hold on.
Eagles?
Hold
My
on.
Eagles.
Did you say your Eagles?
Hold on. What?
Hold on. Go Magic. But my Eagles won that one game, okay? That one weekend where you guys all went against me.
Look, you instantly made me sick.
Ball.
I'm coughing.
Ball.
I'm done with her.
Ball. Foot.
And
ball.
slid in the Go Magic.
Let's come back.
We'll be right back.
Saying at least one stupid thing per day.
I've been beating the meat, but I ain't never did it in the cooler like you did.
This is the Kevin Sutton Show on ESPN
580 Orlando.
I really hope you guys enjoyed that Court Bauer interview. It's good to get a different perspective, especially kind of what behind the scenes of what's going on, especially with his own company too. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. He's an amazing guy. Like getting to talk to him, he's more realistic than what you would think in a WWE writer. You know, you think he would kind of be fake too, but no, he's actually a really down to earth guy, and I enjoy his conversations. But the insight of the WWE behind the scenes stuff, that intrigues me. Now, when I go to Disney, I don't really like the behind the scenes stuff. I like thinking it's all magical and there's no like raggedy parts in the back.
The only behind the scenes stuff I want to do with like a theme park is go through the haunted houses or Halloween Horror Nights during the day. And see how they make it work.
Gotcha.
If you go at night, there's so much things that you don't see on the first run. I would love to see like.
There was a creepy thing I found out while we were on the Disney cruise this weekend, is that people actually take their ashes to the
cruise ship and dump them.
Not to the cruise ship, no. They actually take their ashes to Disney and go to the haunted house and dump ashes
that's
there.
true.
Oh, all right.
I'm like, what?
To what, the Haunted Mansion?
Like to Haunted Mansion, you know, the graveyard area that they have there. People actually take their ashes of their loved ones.
Yeah, with the witty gravestones.
Yeah, and dump them.
Here lies
there.
Ted. He fell on his head.
All right.
Really
Anyway,
strange.
Football.
Hey.
Football.
Yeah. So it's been a little while since we did play a little game. Well, especially since all of us were here.
So the Eagles beat it.
But Nick is in the lead. I think he only missed one or maybe two games the whole entire time.
I do want to point out, because that weekend I had watched when you guys all went against the Eagles, and I was the only one. Now, it's been quite a minute.
I don't even know what game that was.
I know.
Neither do I, actually. I have not picked against the Eagles much. I picked against the
You
the
weren't
Eagles.
here that day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was with Burrito.
That's why.
Yeah.
Sam.
And they were playing someone who's better, who's ranked better. I just can't remember who that game it was against. Okay.
Well, darn SEC bias.
Well, Nick, you want to do this again? Yeah. All right. So what games you want to choose
Oh,
this
you want me
week?
to pick the games. That's right. Hold on. Let's get the games going here. Hold on. Let's pull up the old football machine. Yeah. Week 14.
We're almost over. Football's almost over, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm trying to see
a super zone.
How easy do I want to make this? No, I don't want to make it that easy. Jaguars at the Titans, Thursday night football.
All right. I'm going to go with the Titans because neither team is that great. Titans are what, 6-6?
They are 6-6.
Don't be so mean.
Are they at Jacksonville?
They are in Tennessee, Nashville.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna go with Tennessee on this one. I was listening to you guys on Live Local and Loud. You said that all Florida teams are disappointing this year, so I'm gonna go with what you said.
All right. Jerry said that. I did not say that.
But you agree, right?
How disappointed are you? How disappointed are you as a Florida fan? Like, that's kind of what I said in that segment. Like, if I'm a Florida football fan, like a University of Florida Gators fan, I'm going to the Peach Bowl, New Year's Six bowl game. I think I lost 3 games this year. Florida lost 3 games this year.
Yeah.
They won 4 games all of last year. I'm pretty happy with Dan Mullen.
All right,
All
Kevin,
right,
what do you
just
think?
saying.
Titans or Jaguars?
I'm gonna go with Jags because I like my boy.
Is Fournette still injured?
No, he's healthy. He was suspended for the last game. He's back.
Going with the Jags, man.
But they are starting Cody Kessler at quarterback.
All right, Mayra.
I'm going with Jags.
Okay.
I am. You guys. Sometimes I go against the grind, but I'm proud.
I think the Jags got an opportunity right now.
All right, Nick. What about you?
I'm going to take the Titans. I always take the home team in a Thursday night game. You always take the home team.
on
The
Thursday.
road team. It's just you have 2 less days to prepare. One of those days as well is also a travel
I'm
day.
sure there's a stat there
Yeah.
that you could pull that, and it would be like 80% of the time or something like that people win. Unless you're a Buccaneers fan.
All right, Nick. What's the next game?
Next game, let's pick the Rams at the Chicago Bears.
This will be a good game. I mean, they're in Chicago. Los Angeles Rams are what, 10-1?
They got some great
or 11-1.
The Rams are 11-1.
11-1.
The
Chicago,
Bears are 8-4.
Chicago just lost the last game, right?
They did. They lost to the New York Giants, but they were not starting Mitch Trubisky. They were starting who's their backup again? The dude from Missouri, Chase Daniel. Thank you.
So I'm going to go with Los Angeles. I mean, they're probably going to win the Super Bowl. If they make it to the Super Bowl, they will win. So
No way.
Chicago's defense is still number one, but Los Angeles Rams are probably the best team in the NFL. So I'm going to go with the Rams. Kevin, the Rams or the Bears?
Bears.
Who would win in an actual fight, a Ram or a Bear?
Bears.
A Bear.
Bears.
Depends on
think so?
because even if the ram poked them, their skin is so thick. Like if you shoot them, they can still survive.
I'm going with a Bear.
Okay, so you go with the Bears.
Going with the Bears.
I'm a little confused on this. I actually, I think the Rams.
The Rams are 11-1.
Yeah,
and the Bears.
I think.
are
Well, how's
9-4.
New England
Bears
doing?
are going to have their opportunity.
How's New England doing right now?
They're what, 9-3?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, I usually don't agree with you because you're kind of like out there, but I really believe the Rams can take it this year all the way.
Okay.
And they've been so impressive.
You did say that once.
What?
You're looking for them in the Super Bowl.
I'm upset that I did not pick them in my starting lineup, but I'm going to say the Rams.
All right, Nick.
Give me the Bears. I'm going to take my Chicago Bears. First of all, I think
he's from Chicago.
Exactly, but I think we saw this. This is the Sunday night game, too. It's so awesome to be a Bears fan and have Sunday night football games. Michaels, Collinsworth calling the game. It's awesome at Soldier Field. The Bears defense can get to Jared Goff. Jared Goff, when he is pressured, he's a completely different quarterback. I think they'll hold Todd Gurley at least in check as much as you can. And I have to say, there's always just a team when that offense is just due to have a bad weekend. We just saw it with the New Orleans Saints. The Bears defense every bit as good as the Dallas Cowboys, excuse me. So I think that Bears team getting Mitch Trubisky back, and they'll have him back, will score enough points. I'm going to take the Bears.
All right, quickly, let's get the last one out.
Final one. This is a good one. The Minnesota Vikings at the Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one. Not very confident in my pick, though, but I'm going to go with Minnesota on this one.
Seahawks.
Okay.
Bring it on.
I mean, they got to have their opportunity, man. How do you go from, Super Bowl greatness and you just fall apart?
It happens.
And then you
But it
just
happens.
never get back.
It happens.
There's always, okay, you're not going back to back the Patriots, but there still is the reasonable situation that you made it there and it wasn't a hoax.
What do you think?
I'm going to take the Vikings. I picked the Vikings to make it to the Super Bowl. This is a completely self-serving selection. I can't.
Man, he went all against us every which way.
I wonder if the Rams are going to draft Jared Goff's brother. Jerk.
No. Don't laugh at that. That's not. Don't perpetuate that. That was a bad joke.
No, it wasn't. Because somebody in the car just said jerk. Goff.
That was funny.
Hey, let's get out of here.
An idiot.
We get to laugh at it.
You are 12 and I'm 11.
Exactly.
Stay tuned. ESPN always has it for you. Thank you for listening in. My man, Just Nick, Dr. Phil, the commissioner with the point of view. Love you guys. Peace.